Hey y'all. All right, in this video, I want to show you how I made this crochet wig. So I'm going to show you step by step how to make your very own crochet wig at home. This cutie is available to purchase on my website. I will have the link provided below. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So this is the cap that I wanted to use, but when I opened it, it was this color, and I do this often. Pick it up, and when I get home, realize I have the wrong color. But I do want to show you why I love this cap so much. I love how you are able to crochet the hair at the very beginning of the cap. You don't have that elastic band. But when I went back, they only had these in black, so I went with this one, and this one is pretty good too. So these are the two latch hooks that I have, but I'm going to use the smaller one. This is your standard size. It's bigger. I love this one because it's smaller and it's easier to get this to go through the holes. Here's the difference between the two. If I can, I will link one similar, if not the exact one that I'm going to be using in this video. Of course, you're going to need your wig block. I'm using a size 22. You're going to need a pair of scissors. I don't recommend using your quote unquote good scissors, the ones that you use to cut your natural hair or your child's hair. Get some that you don't care much about, because this synthetic hair can make them super dull. So don't use your good ones. You're going to need some stick pins. And the star of the show is this hair. I am going to use 2 packs of the wand curl in color 1B. And this hair is easy to work with, and I highly recommend. All right, so let me show you this cap. So this is the cap that we're going to be using. That band is what I am not a big fan of, but there is a hack I can show you at the end of this video. I do like how there are 2 combs for extra security. But yeah, the cap is cool. It was only $4, $3.99. The other one was like $8, but it's so worth it. So worth it. All right, so we're going to tack the cap down onto our, what is this thing called? Wig block. Yeah, girl. I'm going to tack it down. That way it will stay put while we crochet the hair. And I also used a stick pin to kind of create like a guide so that I know where I would need to start my circle to close up the top of the wig. And this is a closer look of the hair. I really like this hair. Yeah, so I did separate the hair twice, at least 2 to 3 times. But then once I reached the crown, I separated the hair 4 times. When I go to my next row, and this is the entire time while you're making your crochet wig, you want to place the hair in between the 2 pieces that you crocheted at the previous row. So see how I have those 2 right there? Right in the middle above it, I crochet my next one. Just take your time, be stingy in the back, and then when you finish, you can always go back to add more. It's best to not use enough, that way you can add more, than to have to go back and cut the hair out because it's too full. And then you have to buy more hair. So this is just one of the two pieces, one of the two sections that comes in the pack. So I'm showing you again how you see how you have the space between the two on one row. When you start your next row, you're going to crochet that hair in between. And I'm showing you again. You crochet it right in between. This is where we are with one pack of hair. So now we are at the crown and we will start our circle soon. I'm going to fill in the sides a little bit more in the back. Here I want to show you, you want to make sure it's even and it's not like that. You want to make sure you have the same amount of hair on each side. That way it's nice and full. So just make sure it's even. Now you want to start placing the hair close together and you want to use smaller pieces. Yeah, I had exactly enough hair to finish this wig. I have no hair left, just the right amount of hair, which was perfect. And crochet wigs are so easy to make. It doesn't take quite as long to make crochet wigs as it will take to make a human hair wig with bundles or wefts. But those wigs will last longer. This is synthetic hair, so it won't last quite as long, but it's easy to make. The trick is to make sure you don't use too much hair in the back. So like I keep saying, be stingy in the back, and then you can always go back and add more. But once you reach the crown, you want to place the hair as close together as possible. And this wig will be on my website for sale. I prefer human hair wigs, but I know a lot of ladies do love crochet wigs. So if you are interested in this wig, I will leave the link to my website if you would like to purchase this one below in the description. And we are almost done. One great way to think of it is when you're working in the back, you want to use bigger pieces but space them out. And then when you get to the crown, you want to use smaller pieces and place them closer together. So I'm just going in and filling in all of the holes. So now I'm doing the invisible knot technique. And the only thing with this that makes it different is you don't pull both pieces through when you knot it, just one. And that will cover the knots. Now we are going to go in with our mousse, and I like to use the mousse and I just rub it on my fingers. I don't put it on the entire wig, just where it's needed. And I like to just go through and clump the curls back together and get rid of some of that frizz. And this really does help. So if your wig starts to get frizzy, go ahead and use this to get it back in shape. And I find it helpful to turn the wig upside down while it's still attached to the wig block to get those pins out. I did let the foam dry completely, and now I'm going to just move the hair where I want it to be once it's completely styled to make sure it looks the way I want it to look. And if you're going to cut your wig, I highly recommend that you cut it while it's on your head. Since this wig will be for sale on my website, I'm going to leave the front, well, the entire wig, I'm going to leave it as long as possible. I just want to give it some shape. All right, so let's talk about cutting. When you cut, don't close the scissors. You want to leave them open and you want to cut downward, and do not use a razor. That'll make it frizzy. So before I cut, I put my finger right below where I want it to be. Once it's cut, I pull it and then I start cutting. So see how I'm pulling out the hair? I'm putting my fingers right below where I want to cut. If you have any questions about what I'm doing in this video, feel free to leave them below. I don't mind answering questions at all. So feel free, and also let me know what you want to see next. Curly hair can be so tricky to cut. You can think you're all done and then bam, boom, bam. A curl just pops up out of nowhere, and it's going to happen a few times in this video. So I'll walk away, take a little break, come back, or I may come back the next day. Ooh, I want to show y'all about this cap. So see that band? All you have to do is just tuck it under like that, and you're good. And that's it. But yeah, look at that one. Where did that come from? I have no idea, so I'm just going to cut it. So put your finger right below where you want to cut, pull, and then cut. I did have to go back in and add some hair. Look at that one. Like, what's going on? Where you come from? Why you playing? We do not have time for games. Sure don't. So I had to cut it. But if you are making a wig for yourself, I recommend cutting it while it's on your head. I'm going to leave this one pretty long because with these mannequin heads, their heads are smaller than ours. So if you're making a wig for yourself, I highly recommend that you cut it while it's on your head and then maybe do the back while it's on the mannequin head or your wig block. Yeah. Here I'm just going in and I added a little bit more foam. And she's about done. And you know, I kept finding little pieces to cut. Look, look. You see what I'm saying? Why? Why y'all playing? Come on now. So yeah, look. Girl. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I love filming these tutorials. Don't forget to check out my website. And again, let me know what y'all want to see. Love y'all so much. Until next time. Bye.